Welcome to a new Liftinstituut expert session. In this series of short video discussions, experts from all around the world share their knowledge, experience, and views on a variety of vertical transportation subjects. Today we'll be talking about the important things to remember when getting certified by Liftinstituut. And joining us for this discussion are Dennis Lindeboom, he's an international account manager, as well as Azaad Santoe, he's a product specialist at Liftinstituut, and welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get to know what you do. Dennis, international account manager, how do you help people to get certified?
Well, I started with Liftinstituut almost 14 years now, and as an international account manager, which is still my position within the company.
Yeah.
And I think the job title says it all. I'm looking after all the international accounts, clients of the company. Most of the business I deal with is product certification related. And of course, besides looking after all the international accounts, business development, creating new business is also an important part of my total job, I would say.
Uh-huh.
And I think what I also find very important is essential is that besides maintaining good relationships with the clients, also to have good relationships with my colleagues, the product specialists.
Uh-huh.
Like Azaad, because they do all the work in the field, and they talk a lot to the clients as well, of course. And I need to know what's going on and to be able to do good follow up on that. So that's more or less, I think, in a nutshell, what my job is about.
Great, yeah. And Azaad, I've met product specialists at Liftinstituut, but I don't understand that function specifically. Like, what is your goal as a product specialist?
Well, my goal as a product specialist is to certify safety components, complete lifts, machines, but I do other jobs as well, such as guidance and training of safety inspectors.
Okay, got it.
So it's not only certification, but also trying to guide persons or organizations how to deal with safety of lift components well as lifts.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask what might seem like an obvious question, or maybe not, but why is certification important?
Well, I think certification is important for the client because he can show that his product has been examined by an independent certified body, an accredited body. So that's the big proof he can show towards his clients. Look, this product which I have developed has been examined by accredited notified body.
Right, you don't have to take the person's word on it. Yeah, I was also asking because much certification is voluntary, yes? And so what would drive someone to seek the voluntary certification?
What drives the client to do so? There could be several reasons, I would say, but marketing, I would say, is one of them.
Okay.
Because I think when a product has been certified by an independent body like Azaad is mentioning, then it is a kind of proof that the product has been thoroughly looked at. And that makes it easy for salespeople of a manufacturing company to convince clients, that the product is safe and reliable. So that's definitely one reason. Another reason could be liability issues.
Okay.
You never know as a manufacturer, but you might end up in such cases. And if you end up in such cases, it's important that you can show proof of the fact that you have been very careful or cautious with developing your products, and also had a independent body, certification body looking at it, and so that I think could be reasons for voluntary certification.
Yeah, all of these reasons kind of circle around. You don't have to take my word for it, as a manufacturer, whether it's a court of law or even just a prospective client. Either way, they can vouch that these experts have taken a look at it. Yeah. And what makes Liftinstituut unique? Like, what can Liftinstituut offer specifically?
Well, Liftinstituut can offer, as I said before, guidance in the development of their design, of their product, and because we have the knowledge, and also guide them to the whole process of certification as well, not only the development of the design, but also the certification process, which is a paperwork, of course.
Yeah.
That is what Liftinstituut is very strong in.
Yeah. And throughout the process, how do you make clients feel comfortable with the process?
Would you mind coming back on the uniqueness?
Yeah,
I would like to add something to the words of Azaad, if you don't mind. But I think what makes us truly unique is that we are the only certification body in the world that is accredited not just for European regulation, but also at the same time for North American regulation.
Okay.
And I think that makes it very interesting, attractive for companies, for manufacturing companies to deal with us, because I would say one-stop shopping says it all. And that's and on top of that, we also offer UKCA certification together with a partner, local UK partner, for the British market, which came into place since Brexit. And then, of course, the other, if I may finish my story,
Please.
I'm sorry about that, but is that we are maybe not a huge or a big certification body, a large certification body, because there are some competitors much bigger than we are, but they do a lot more than just lifts and escalators.
Okay.
And I think that makes us unique, because we are truly dedicated to only lifts and escalators. And I think sooner or later a client will notice that that's what it is all about with our company, and we don't have any other interest than that market.
Yeah. So on the one hand, the globalization means that it's beneficial to have a group that has expertise in multiple regions.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the specialization of Liftinstituut only operating in this field makes you sure of expertise.
And may I add something upon that? Every colleague within our certification organization is also focused on these specialism. So that makes us very strong, and also the communication between us regarding sharing knowledge, sharing the same topics, makes us more bigger in this specialist.
Exactly. Yeah, a better group to work with for things like this. Yeah, fantastic. And a follow-up question regarding getting certification in multiple regions. Is it easier to get a certification in the UK or in North America if you've already secured a certificate in Europe?
Absolutely. I mean, if I may respond to that, I mean, it's definitely easier because a lot of work has already been done. If you have already a European certificate at hand, by the same notified body, in this case Liftinstituut. And let's not forget, in the end, there is still difference between the North American regulation and European regulation. So there are additional requirements. Some clients think, well, if I have a European certificate, I probably automatically get a North American one.
Yeah.
That's not the case. I mean, there are additional requirements. So we need to have a look at different things, other things, and but those are things.
Upon that, as you said, the European certificate is based on European standards, safety standards.
Yeah.
And those safety standards are globally discussed, how to deal with safety. And so when you fulfill the requirements of the European standards, in basics, you are fulfilling the basic safety requirements.
Right.
So at the end, the European certification with their additional requirement is just a minor addition on top of that. So it will be easy to convert these certificates.
Yeah, and in previous expert sessions, we've talked about harmonization between regions, and even if the standard book is not identical, but making sure that overlap exists as much as possible. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And as you go through the process, as I was asking, how do you make our clients feel at ease with the process?
Yeah, at Liftinstituut we find it very important that our client feels comfortable, because the last thing we want is that a client looks up to us, does not feel comfortable,
right,
or maybe in the odd cases maybe even feels afraid. Because I mean, let's not forget, we are looking at their products and judge and qualify whether the products are safe and reliable.
It's intimidating, yeah?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's right. And we have several tools at hand to make them feel at ease, I would say. And to give you some examples, we have online meetings, calls for clarification purposes. We try to describe the process as best as we can in the quotations we send out. There's always willingness to sign NDAs. We're always open for questions. Quick response time is important. We want to make them familiar with the requirements of a technical construction file, and more particular, maybe even risk analysis when they deviate from the prescriptive standards and codes. We guide them and assist them as much as possible to the extent that it is allowed, because we are only allowed to go to a certain extent as a notified body. Yeah. And the last thing in the end we want is that to say to a client, well, no good, try it again, your homework, and good luck, and we'll see you again. That's what we don't want, and that's, I think, what all our product specialists really tend to do.
It's not only by spoken words. We have also developed a lot of formats. In that formats there is a written guidance for several topics, how to deal with your documentation, how to deal with your testing at job site, how to deal with the development of your design. So we have several formats. So we don't only speak to them, but also provide them documents, how to deal and to get ease with our certification.
Absolutely, and it's good that customer service is an aspect to even a technical certification like this.
It's very important.
Well, it's good to know that that's a priority. Well, thank you, Azaad, and thank you, Dennis, for joining us for this edition.
You're welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us at home for another Liftinstituut Expert Session. You can find more editions of the Expert Sessions on the Liftinstituut YouTube channel, so find us and click subscribe. And did you know that Liftinstituut Expert Sessions are also a podcast? Open your favorite podcast app, search for Liftinstituut there. If you have ideas for future topics for Expert Sessions, then let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time.